I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd. Disney. Well, Disney's in a lot of trouble across the board. Firing its CEO in the dead of night, replacing it with the CEO who ended up getting the previous CEO fired in the first place by setting the woke agenda table for him to dine at. Well, that's a whole nother story and stuff we've already talked about. But today, we're going to talk about its woes in the theaters. Disney's continual failure to make any sort of profit, and I use that word intentionally, profit, in the theaters for the past 2 going on 3 years now, is evident of its colossal failure. No Marvel movies have really made money for almost 3 years. Spider-Man No Way Home, outlier because Sony movie. Everything else, break even or flop, or you make $25 like Shang-Chi. Let's see. No Star Wars, no Disney Star Wars in the theaters, because guess what? They're not making money on that either. And all their animated features, one failure after another, especially when the not-so-secret agenda is at the forefront, and you've turned off all the families, all the normies in the country, and likely around the world, because once upon a time, Disney stood for wholesome family entertainment. At least it was when I was a young lad watching the Disney Channel, watching Renaissance Disney in all its glory. Say what you will about Eisner, the man knew what he was doing. He saved Disney and set the table for Bob Iger to buy shit, run it into the ground, and bobblehead Chapek to take the blame for it. In the end, Disney is completely failing when they are putting agenda entertainment over escapism entertainment, especially when that agenda entertainment is meant to indoctrinate and damage your children. Our children must continually be protected from these predators, from these groomers who are continually trying to hurt them mentally, and in some cases, possibly, other ways too. But in the end, it's failing because people are walking away. Hence, what we're here to talk about today, their continued failure at the box office. Strange World, set to lose $147 million in the theater on a budget of $180 million. What did it make today? Oh, this weekend, it's made a whopping $27.8 million. If that's where you start off, maybe Deadline's right. They're going to lose a whole lot of money. Now, of course, you see Deadline trying to spin it. It was the best decision for the Doomed movie. No. We're not going to read this article. What we are going to read is to show you that these people involved, the people who are going to praise, the people who are supposed to be telling you it felt good, they don't care about the story. They care about its agenda talking points. Brianna Wu. If you're a gamer, you know who Brianna Wu is. If you don't, go look her up. We're not going to get into the specifics. If you thought, you dimwit. If you thought conservatives freaked out over Lightyear, they're gonna shit the bed over Strange World, which is great. This is the best part here. Main protagonist is gay. Older people don't find it remarkable. Biracial marriage. Almost no one is white. Climate change metaphor. Even the dog is disabled. Do you notice what's missing here? I'll give you a second. I'll play a video game if you want some more time right now. All right, fine. We don't have a lot of time. They don't mention the story. This twit doesn't mention how great the story is. Doesn't talk about the highs and lows, the points. It mentions the virtue signaling checklist of the woke, not-so-secret agenda. Because that's all these people care about. They care about beating you over the head with this garbage and thinking it's entertainment because, remember, they can only tell stories on 3 topics. Race, gender, sexuality. Many times, all at once. Haven't done that for a long time. This is recipe for failure, but Disney doesn't get it. When Brianna Wu is your cheerleader, oh boy, have you failed. But we're not done here. So, Strange World. Failure. Massive, massive failure. You know what also is a failure? Hate to tell you, Wakanda Forever. Looking like a failure to me. Now, I'm no numbers wizard. I'm a layman when it comes to dissecting box office numbers, but I'm going to tell you what it looks like from a logical perspective. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. If you're normal, if you're a Stan, take 2 fingers and call me in the morning. Either way, what we have here going into Monday, this is, I think, our all the way up to Sunday, almost, well, either way, it's the weekend, holiday week. Here's where we stand. Domestic, 367.6 million. Wow, that's good. Okay. International, only 307 million. International doesn't seem to be floating the boat internationally. For a grand total of $675 million. Now, budget of $250 million. To do the proper let's make money math, that means they had to basically get $650 million. They just limped over the break-even number as we know it. I'm always a believer that the numbers are always somewhat suspect and it costs a lot more, but we'll play their game. And we'll say they just broke even. They just made a whopping $25 million after 3 weeks, including a holiday week, Thanksgiving here in these United States of America. Do you see what I'm talking about here? This is not going to make $1 billion. It might break 700 million, but it looks like in the next week it's going to peter out. I honestly don't think it gets 750. If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong, but I don't see it getting to 750, let alone 800. Definitely not $1 billion. I'm on the record saying that a lot. Let's look at the exact drop off right here. Another 31% drop off for another week. So basically, since opening week, it's dropped, and I don't know if this is a legitimate way to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you don't like it again, take 2 fingers and call me in the morning. Whopping 94% drop off from its opening weekend, which they were so proud of their readjusted numbers.
Don't try to razzle-dazzle me.
This movie does not have legs. Third Muslim drop, it's going to probably drop. It dropped 50% from last week. If it drops another 50%, that doesn't get it. It just gets it over 700 million. Drops another 50% the following week, that doesn't even get it to 725. Drop another 50%, doesn't get it to 750. You understand? I'm using logic here to deal with this math. Pure logic. If it keeps dropping 50% week to week, but it's not getting to even 800 million. It's going to do what Doctor Strange did, and Doctor Strange Mom did not make money because of all its reshoots. Don't kid yourself. Again, take 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers and shove it up your ass. In the end, Disney continues to fail at the box office, which is why they fired Bobblehead and brought back Weatherman Iger, who set the table for this all to be a problem anyway. Disney is not going to be saved by anything right now because if they can't make money in the theaters, which was their second biggest draw after the parks, and the parks, I've laid out that groundwork for you, that roadmap of failure that's coming. Reedy Creek, people not going, rising costs, recipe for disaster. But when your top 2 money makers are not bringing in the money, and Disney Plus, a perennial loser now, ultimate loser, Disney's in trouble. Now, there's rumors Bob Iger might sell it to Apple. I don't know about that. And frankly, if that happens, Apple will probably just start selling off parts anyway to try and recoup its losses. I could still win and get my Star Wars Lucasfilm placed in the hands of somebody who actually cares about the IPs under that roof. But Disney is a failure. It's going to continue to be a failure. And I'm going to keep documenting it. And until I'm wrong, I'm going to keep giving these takes. I'm going to keep giving you this information so that you can see what's happening without the stands telling you, oh, you just don't get it. Oh, Andor's so good. Oh, I'll get to Andor this week. You trust me. I will get to the back half of Andor this week. We, the fans, see what's going on here. We were actual people who grew up with Disney, real Disney. We remember what it was like. We remember when it was just fun, wholesome. When Robin Williams was the genie, and it was glorious. Now, Now it's a soulless corporate money-making that doesn't make money-making operation. Disney sucks. Disney Star Wars sucks. Disney Marvel sucks. Hell, Disney cartoons suck. Disney live action is going to continue to suck. Black Little Mermaid, Feminist Snow White. Oh yeah. Can't wait for that. All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you are new here, I invite you to subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where I hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about whiny Stan and SJW Fifis. Hit the notification button, share my videos if you like what I'm preaching, and by all means, leave comments. Love to hear from you guys, real fans, filled with passion. Don't care what the Stans and the SJWs have to say, because to a one, they are all cowards behind keyboards, and I can't wait for them to be triggered with every video and stream I produce. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at therentnerd@gmail.com. That email's for channel business only, so I check it on a daily basis. Also, you can find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can find me at Rumble and Odyssey, The Renaissance Nerd. Thank you again. See you next time.